Hi everyone. So I'm just doing a life update. I haven't been uploading very much, which is probably once in a week. And I used to upload maybe 2 or 3 times a week. This is kind of a life update, but mainly based on moving out. So for those who know, I came to Australia staying at a backpacker's place with my mom, and I was staying there for about a month. And living in a backpacker's place with 5 other girls was nice knowing people, but it was just like I couldn't make an effort to socialize because they would just come and go. And I've made some really good friends by being there, but I didn't have my own closet, I didn't really have my own space, I didn't have my own time alone, and it really bothered me because I was always brought up that home is the place where you, like, the place where you rest your head is the place where you feel safe. And I didn't really feel safe there because every time I went to the bathroom or had to leave, I'd have to lock my things in my locker. I've had my cigarettes stolen. Speaking of cigarettes, I'm trying to quit cigarettes. Blair messaged me today and he's like, he's gonna quit, and I was like, I'm gonna quit, which is ironic because I'm having a cigarette right now, but I am trying to quit, and I've decided to just have it as social smoking, more like when I'm at a party or at a club, then I probably will. And before it wasn't even bad, it was just after I eat, because I've had really bad eating habits, and it's I would eat a lot and I'd feel like close to feeling like I needed to puke, so I just have a cigarette and sit down and let everything settle, have a moment to myself, because there's a lot of mentalities with cigarettes, which I could go on a video about it, because I could just talk about how your mind works when you have cigarettes. It's not really a nicotine addiction, it's more like, you know, okay, I'll talk about this in a different video. Also, I made pancakes and I didn't finish them because I'm not hungry yet. Like I said, I've been like portion eating, so eating more carefully. So anyways, I moved into my new house, which is this, with 3 other roommates, and they're all like really fucking sweet. For those who know, Blair's like one of my best friends, and when I was at the backpacker's place, I spent most of my time at his house, and then with the process of moving, I moved all my stuff to Blair's house, just kind of stayed there for a while, and then until like this place was ready because someone was moving out. And then so I came here, I have to pay rent, I get money off Centrelink, which is not a great way to get money, but I also get money online from doing YouTube, so I was like, that's okay. My mom's been supporting me money-wise as well, and it was really difficult. It was really difficult for my mom to have me move, which is weird because I've never really lived with her. I lived with her when I was a child, but up until I was 9, I was living with her and part-time with my dad. And then other than that, for a portion of my life, I didn't see her for 6 years, and then I started to see her every summer, or I guess winter in Australia. And so I didn't think it was going to bother her so much, but she'd text me every day and like cry and be like, I'm so sad that you're not living with me, and stuff like that. And I explained to her, like, I'm 18, I threw myself into a country, took all the things I have and just a couple of suitcases and three suitcases and a tiny backpack, and I jumped into a new country being 18. The first week I was here, I got all my banking stuff ready, I got my tax file number, I got my healthcare card, all that stuff, so I just been like really productive within being 18. I was like, the second I'm 18, I'm gonna act like I'm 18, I'm not gonna act like I'm 17, because there's a difference there. It was really hard for her, which is weird, because I didn't think it would be. But then I was talking to Blair's mom, and she's like, oh, of course it would be hard. And I didn't really understand. But anyways, moving into this new house, I have my own room, and the rest of everything is shared. This is, you know, the veranda, or not balcony, or like the little outside bit. They have lavenders and stuff and fairy lights. And so everything else is shared, like the bathroom, the laundry room, the kitchen, and everything. And it's a little bit far from the city, as in it takes like a 30-minute bus, which to me isn't long because I lived an hour away from the city when I was in Taipei. I like the feeling of being on public transportation and just listening to music and watching people around me do their own thing, do their own life and everything, so that was never a problem here. But like, considering all my friends here, they just drive everywhere, except the girl that I'm living with, who's like fucking lovely, and she likes public transport. Me and her are like incredibly similar, so it's great. Moving in here, you know, I had to buy a mattress, and money was really short for me, and it was difficult because I had to pay the bond, and I had to pay for rent, and then I had to buy a mattress. I have no furniture. So my room is kind of just a mattress, and there's a built-in closet there, so that's all I fucking need. All I needed was a closet, and I just had a couple hangers that Blair's mom gave me, and today I'm planning to, you know, go grocery shopping and buy some hangers, and if I'm if I'm able to just buy a cheap shelf. Like, buying furniture where you have to be money-wise is actually really fun. I love furniture shopping. I don't know, it feels like I'm actually 18, I'm moving out alone. And it's a big thing because, you know, in Australia and America, all those other countries in Europe, it's normal that when you're 18, you're out of the house. You know, my oldest sister, she moved out when she was 17 from Finland, perfectly mature, perfectly fine. And my older brother, he moved out when he was, I think, 18 as well. But I grew up in Taiwan, and in Taiwan, it's kind of like, it's normal to stay at your parents' house as long as possible, sometimes even until you're married. It's normal to not drive until you finish university, and it's normal to not have a job until you finish university. And because I left school, I was able to jump into adulthood, and I got a job, started working, I got to see what the working habits were, getting paid, you know, how to spend money, how to save money, and learning how to deal with other people, learning how to deal with the workforce. So I did that when I was 17, and that really helped me. I loved it because in school, you're kind of sitting down and you're talking about this stuff, and you're not really experiencing it, but I experienced it straight away. So there's an airplane coming by. And then moving here, I literally just turned 18 in August, and I came here in early September, and from just being a month from being 18, you know, it was rough leaving my dad. I cried so hard in the airport. I cleared up some questions when I was in the car with him, and he didn't even want to let me go. He was just hugging me and crying, which is weird because we've always had a really lovely relationship, because in the past year when I was heavily on drugs before my suicide attempt, we had a really terrible relationship, and there's a lot of things I resent him for, but leaving him was hard because he, you know, was the person who carried my passport, my birth certificate, all my needed papers, everything, all my school certificates are scanned onto his computer. He is 100% reliable of a person, 100% a father. And coming here, and the first thing I did was go to a place that didn't feel like home, and it made me feel homesick, being with my mom. And then after being comfortable at the backpackers place, being with my mom, and then having to move out here. And I always thought the first night here would be the hardest. And when Blair was helping me take all my mattresses and everything, I was telling him how scared I felt. I don't even know, you know, I don't know where everything is. I don't know where the plates are. I don't know where the forks are. I don't know anything really. And the people I'm staying with, they're like, one of them is like Blair's best friend. And I know him, and we've hung out a bit and stuff like that. And he's a very nice person, very introverted, but really nice. And then the other girl, there was kind of drama with, but it was just because she was just having a bad mood, and that was all. And then so we hung out yesterday, and honestly just hanging out with her and knowing that everything's cool and that she's like an awesome person made me feel so much better. And then that night, my first night here, I was talking to the guy who owns this place, and he's like 19, he's in university doing engineering. One of the smartest people I know, if not the smartest person I know. And he made me feel really comfortable, made me feel like I'm in a safe household. If anything goes wrong, he's gonna be there for me. And he knew money was a problem. He was like, seriously, if you want to pay rent tomorrow, because that's when I was supposed to get paid, the next day after being here, and he's like, dude, don't stress out, stop stressing out so much. And it's nice because I stress out a lot, and just having people be like, don't stress out, seriously, it's fine. And I like that a lot, and it was really nice to be able to connect with the people I live with. Because I was so afraid that I wouldn't, and they would all have like dinner together, all three of them, and I'd be in my room by myself. And I realized that they do their own thing. Some of them go to work, some of them have uni. All their schedules are pretty much different. And I've been here, this is my third day here. I've actually only spent one night here because I stayed at Blair's yesterday. I'm feeling more like this is my home, and it makes me feel comfortable. I try to ride the bus back here in the early morning at like 6 a.m. and I got lost, and then the bus driver was like, where are you going? And I was like really like stressing out, and he's like, whatever, I'll just drop you home. So the bus, this big bus just like drops me home, and I was like, thank you so much for like helping me out. So I'm still getting used to the place that I'm staying at and everything, and moving out has probably been one of the most enjoyable things, and from the first while of me being here, it's been like a month and a half that I've been here, and moving out has seriously helped me out, knowing that I have a place to keep all my things and that they're safe, and knowing that when I come home there's going to be, you know, company, and that there's also going to be time where I can just be by myself. I have internet, I can wash my clothes, and I can have food, and knowing that if anything goes wrong, those people are going to pick me up. If I'm not going to have money for food, those people are going to pick me up. And that's good. And then the fact that my mom lives near the city, I go to the city all the time. I love the city. The city is my home. So every time I go there to the city and I go see my mom, and she's happy that I actually come and see her. And she stopped worrying about the fact that I've moved out just because I see her whenever I go to the city. And it makes her happy that I'm like, Mom, like, I love to hang out with you. You are my best friend. Don't act like I was just telling her, like, don't act like I'm never gonna see you. I'm pretty much gonna see you as much as I do when I was in the backpackers place. Because when I was in the backpackers place, I'd only go there to sleep. Sometimes I wouldn't even sleep there. I'd just sleep at BLAIR's. Because I'm always out. I'm always out doing things, and that's why I haven't really been making videos, because I've just been trying to get this social life, which is pretty good. My social life here is really good. The people here are nice. I haven't really connected to a lot of people, but the roommates that I have, I've connected to them just through mental illnesses and through their life experiences, so that was a good thing. So I guess moving out really did help me out, and just like for me, it's just the process of it is like you're worrying and you feel like you're making a mistake, at least for me, and then once it's done, it's like everything's fine. Like, I'm here, I have my food, I have a nice mug, and yeah, sure, my room doesn't have furniture, but I've been, you know, I have money, so I'm planning to go out today to go hang out with BLAIR. I'm almost out of space, actually, so I should probably go, and I don't have the Tumblr quote of the day, which kind of sucks, because you guys haven't seen me for a week, and I don't even have the Tumblr quote of the day, so I'm sorry for that. I just want to tell you guys that I love you guys really much. Like, not really much, I love you guys a lot. Like, a lot. Like, you guys are always here for me, and